Right now, though, stand by all racing. Sir Warwick near the inside flew out, jumped a length and a half clear from What He Goes. Up into third at a standing order. Handy as Avery out wider on the track, and also Secret Plan trapped out but going forward as well. Next one, Spooky Spirit 3 and 4 wide. Stuttering's on the inside of Pacific Ruby. Powerful Peggers in that clump as well. Never No More's out 4 wide. They're clear from full recognition on the outside of Arts Object at the tail. Abra's in front now by length and a half and second at a standing order, and third Secret Plan. Sir Warwick back to fourth on the inside. 3 wide, Never No More around What He Goes, and going forward Spooky Spirit trapped out 3 and 4 wide. Stuttering's on the inside of Pacific Ruby. Powerful Peg, and they're clear from second last. The inside there is Arts Object alongside full recognition. So Avery 500 metres left to run, in front by a length here. Second Secret Plan going forward. Sir Warwick on the inside of standing order. Further back to What He Goes, and right towards the outsiders, Never No More. Avery just in front, but looming up a Secret Plan on the outside. Sir Warwick is making ground on the fence, and here's What He Goes down the outside, chiming in, and they're well clear from further back. Never No More, but storming clear is What He Goes, breaking clear with 100 metres left to run. 2 lengths in front. It's all What He Goes in the first, and What He Goes has won it well. Second Secret Plan, third Never No More, and fourth Sir Warwick, followed by Pacific Ruby, Powerful Peg, Arts Object, Stuttering. Spooky Spirit was wide. Avery dropped out alongside full recognition, and standing order also dropped out sharply as pulled up at the rear.
There's What He Goes cruising to the line to win by almost 3 lengths, beating Secret Plan and Never No More. Fourth home was Sir Warwick, who seemed to get a flyer out of the gates. Wonder if he pushed the gates open. And then Pacific Ruby after that. Avery weakened. It's number 3, What He Goes. Ronnie's best bet of the day home.
Yeah, and painless. It was a lovely ride by Orman. He just got him moving on the point of the turn. He's a horse that's got to wind into his work, and he did have 61.5, but he's just so genuine when he gets 13.50. And don't be surprised, if there's a mile race even for him this prep. He's a very handy horse who doesn't get the credit he deserves. That's a great second up run there for the new stable for Secret Plan, and Never No More had good specking late there and run to his old form, so he could well be back on track. But it was a one-act affair. He's a ripper horse. He's so reliable.
They're kicking up a lot of that fill in the track, Ronnie.
Yeah, they are, but I think I'm quite comfortable with it so far. We'll just watch a couple of races and see if it continues to happen. But we'll start lining up a few times and see what we think after 2 or 3 races.
Okay, I wonder if Zali can get that head onto the start-up while we're waiting to see what sort of a flyer Sir Warwick got out of the gates. Here it is. Sir Warwick watching all the gates. Oh, almost simultaneously with the gates open. What an anticipation on it.
Well, it would have been a false start at the Olympics, but anyway, he took advantage of it and he picked up a check. So great anticipation, we'll call it.
Yes, all right. Well, Jack Bruce is here representing Björn Baker. Of course, Jack used to work for Björn in his life in Sydney, and he saddled this one up, Bernie.
He did indeed, and it's just like the old days, isn't it, Jack?
Yeah, it's good. He did a good job, What It Goes, and he's been really consistent this prep. Björn was really happy with him and happy to take the drop back in grade 2, which I think he's appreciated from some strong Sydney form.
1200 up to the 1350 was just ideal.
Yeah, suits him third up as well. He's had 2 really good runs, and this will top him off nicely. So it's a good job, and well done to Björn. It's good to see him in sunny Queensland racing horses.
Absolutely. How's your team going to go today?
Yeah, good. I've got the favourite in the last at the Gold Coast, everybody. So that's one for you. Yeah.
We'll keep a look out for that one, Greg. All right, let's have a chat with Jimmy Orman now. Bit of mud on you. How did this track feel to you?
Yeah, quite soft actually, Bernie, but we'll see how it plays throughout the day.
Take us through the race with this fellow.
Yeah, drawn good. We wanted to be positive. We got a nice run just off the speed, and I got to come off on straightening, and we were too good.
Do you anticipate that's going to be the place to be all day?
I would imagine so, the way it played last week, and I'd say again today.
This horse had a big weight today, and he made it look so easy.
Yeah, no, he's well prepared by Bjorn, and yeah, he's a nice horse. I won the Morelenbach Cup on him. And yeah, he's carry that with that weight was a good effort.
Well done.
Thank you.
Okay, 3, 5, 1 and 7, 3, 5, 1 and 7, 119.91, 119.91, and they've run home in 35.54. A couple of these jockeys coming back who are back in the field got a fair bit of mud on them. But Jimmy Orman sounded pretty happy there. He was copping it as well. 3, 5, 1 and 7. Now the time 1:19.91.
And the fielders now right, light blinking away. Race number 2, racing. Liquor, My Snow Queen both began well. Nashira's handy going forward as Vodka Martini. Likewise, Osamu. Further back, Swiss Exile. A length and a half to Kingston's here, 3 wide. Around Tsunami is Sam, Lost in Transit, Michelle and Moral. And last of all is Hakai and Maru. So Osamu's in front by a length and a half. Working forward is now over on the outside, Vodka Martini. Back to third is Liquor. And they're clear from My Snow Queen. Further back, Nashira, Swiss Exile. Kingston's here, Tsunami is Sam. Lost in Transit, Michelle. Second last, Hakai Maru on the inside of Immoral. 500 metres left to run. Osamu by half a length here. Second, Vodka Martini. Liquor third on the inside. Wider out is My Snow Queen. Nishira's away from the fence and going forward is Swiss Exile. And further back to Tsunami Sam inside the 300. Looming up is Vodka Martini. My Snow Queen running home. Osamu's gone. Swiss Exile down the outside and threading through also is Nashira. Nashira the inside. My Snow Queen. My Snow Queen. Nashira. My Snow Queen's in front near the line, and My Snow Queen's won from Nashira. Vodka Martini, Swiss Exile, Good Late, Hakai Maru, Tsunami Sam, Michelle, Lost in Transit, Liquor Kingston's here, Immoral, and Osamu dropping out to finish at the rear.
Well, Zach Lloyd brings his excellent Sydney form to Brisbane. He wins race 2 here on My Snow Queen for David Van Dyke. Nashira's going to get second, and third home will be Vodka Martini. Number 8. It'll be 19, 12 and 8.
Well, let's have a chat to our winning trainer, David Van Dyke. David, always great to have a winner, but especially on a Group 1 day, and My Snow Queen was just superb.
Yes, for sure. Love these big days, and go over the line first is terrific. Might be in for a good prep, this girl. She ran well first up, and Zach looks so balanced. He's a beautiful rider. He's been well schooled. And look, he gave her the run of the race, and 3 of her 4 wins have been on wet going. So when I saw the cut out of the ground in the first, it gave me a little bit of confidence.
And just that early tempo, I mean, for the first 600, it was pretty good, wasn't it?
Oh, it was perfect for her. She's got good gate speed. She could utilise that. And I like the way he just let that leading quartet go, and he just sat back off them, put himself into the 1-1 and produced at the right time.
Just a wee 52 kilos on her back. You did everything to place her, to help her today.
Yes, no, it all buoyed well for a great victory, and they're a really good group of owners, and we had no luck last prep, and we're having plenty this prep.
Fabulous. And where will you go now with her?
I'm not sure. We were just hoping to get a good result today, which we did.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Zach Lloyd on his winning way here today at Doomben. So congratulations, My Snow Queen. She delivered for you.
Yeah, it was pretty simple ride on my behalf. Well prepared by Mr. Van Dyke and his team. A horse with good gate speed was essential in that race, just to not be too far away from those leaders, and it was very smooth.
David Van Dyke, admiring your balance, and you're perfectly balanced. Where's that come from?
Nice horses make you look good. She was travelling well, so I was able to ride confidently, and just a nice 5-2-1.
Just your style.
Just style.
Well.
McCarthy, stand by 11.10 the trip. Fortune, your favourite, heavily backed. We're right racing. Fortunately, it began okay, but drifting back the inside out wide. Tiger Shark, the first couple, working forward is Salui. Handiest Enterprise Lucia on the outside of Targeted. Wider out there is Skirt the Law going forward. Power Ballard. A length and a half to Avone. Fortune has only got 3 behind her, and they include Genzano, Kaylin, Elaine, and Show Me Mercy. So out wide, led by a half length, and second Tiger Shark. Third and 3 wide Salui. 4 wide Power Ballard, followed by Enterprise Lucia. here. Creeping forward, Skirt the Law. Targeted, not travelling well. Genzano's going forward out wider on the track over Avone. Now, this favourite at the moment, Fortuneer, back about third last, and second last, Show Me Mercy out wider. Last of all, Kaylin Elaine inside the 350. And now Tiger Shark has grabbed the lead. Outweighs under pressure. Third is Salui. Skirt the Law's on the outside, and back in behind those is Genzano. Tiger Shark's in front. Outweighs about half a length away. Running home is also Salui down the outside. Skirt the Law. Tiger Shark is just in front though and gets in. Tiger Shark has won again from either out wide or Salui. Close up Skirt the Law, followed by Avone, Fortuneer, Genzano, and then Enterprise Lucia, Power Ballard, Show Me Mercy, Kaylin Elaine, and Targeted dropped out to finish at the rear.
Tiger Shark, Craig Williams for Stradbroke winning trainer Natalie McCall. It's going to win here. Back $17 into 10. Now, who's run second? Outweighed over on the inside. We can't see its nose. And that's Saliu's nose on the line out wide. So the judge will have to look at the mirror image there. We can't see the nose of number 9 outweighed over on the fence. Skirt the Law is going to run fourth. There's Genzano, and it didn't look like the favourite Fortuneer travelled at one stage during that race.
Yeah, on-pace dominated race. So these shorter course races, it's okay on the inside. So it's a strange one. But that horse landed really good bets late there, $17 into $10. And obviously they may have got his tongue over the bit last start, because the tongue tie went on today and he really delivered. Outweigh was really good first, sticking on well there. So Louis, wide no cover the whole way, and that's a much better run from Skirt the Law, who could well be back on track. But all those horses on speed dominated that event.
Okay, the numbers are up. Number 9 over on the inside does get second outweighed. 1 Saliu has run third, and 6 ran fourth, Skirt the Law. But 7 is the winner, Tiger Shark, Craig Williams and Natalie McCall. The time 65.04, home in 34.84. 400 in 23.55 and scooting home in 12.35. Here's Natalie McCall with Bernadette Cooper.
Craig's Charities.
All right, Natalie, let's have a chat. I love how you just turn up on these big days. Carnival's a great time for you, and this lady's your flagship horse at the moment.
Yeah, absolutely. She's been great for us. She's had a little bit of a patchy preparation, but I think, we're still learning about her. She's only a lightly raced filly, so let her be fast, and she, that's her asset.
Yeah, you were saying you tried to hold her up a little bit last week and it didn't turn out.
Yeah, look, to be fair, we thought they'd go much quicker than they did last week, but I think pattern of the day, they sort of didn't go quite as hard. And they crossed her, and we were happy to be there, but she got a bit keen during the run. And not that she goes hard, but if you let her be in her own rhythm, she won't go hard. But if you try to restrict her, she doesn't really appreciate it. So we definitely didn't do that today.
Well, you did a marvellous job on the 7-day back up here. A little incentive with the owner as well.
Yeah, he's promised Craig a little bit of an incentive for the charity off the back of that, so that's good.
Yeah. Enjoy the win.
Thank you.
All right, a quick chat with Craig Williams now. And Craig, this is literally a win for everybody, including the Ukrainians.
Yeah, it certainly is. Jeff Ellis, the horse's owner, is a really good friend of Chris Simons. Chris and Sam Simons and their daughter Ziva have been very good supporters of Lacey and my efforts. And actually, 12 months ago, Chris actually drove a vehicle into Ukraine when we took over 1,000 kilos of supply, so it was amazing. So the last little bit, I just said to her, she got to stay strong for me to be strong so we can support people in Ukraine.
10% of the winnings going there?
Yeah, that was good of him. Look, we're grateful for everyone's donations. It makes me be very humble and feel very proud when my wife and I were representing people in Australia, predominantly the thoroughbred racing industry, but people on the street as well. So we're only the conduit, and the vest will get things over there, and makes us feel really proud that people are supporting a cause which is what we do is contribute to saving lives in Ukraine.
Natalie McCall, just an amazing trainer. Obviously, she's trained a Stradbroke winner. She's trained a lot of good horses in her time. She turns up each and every carnival with something decent.
Well, credit to Natalie. We saw the horses run last time. She adopted a tongue tie today, and she said, trust my horse, he'll be the difference. And again, it's easy for me to sit on, but Natalie and all the stable have done a great job with her, and obviously the horse got a great will and tenacity to win.
She's a tiger. Well done.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Favourite drawn in, Clean Energy. We're right now Racing, Clean Energy was away fairly. Missing the kick was Cherokee. Away well was the Tanner. Jumped in front from Run Lucy Run and going forward Clean Energy. Now she's up to the second. Going forward also Surprise Honey trapped out. Handy there was Not Surprise, and deeper again as Lincolnshire going forward. Lady Shenandoah followed by Bank Book, and they're clear then from Poster Girl, Canara, and then we've got Run Lucy Run, and just in behind those horses there is T, who's back second last. On the inside is Cherokee, so the Tanner's in front by a long neck. Second Clean Energy. Wider out there going forward is Not Surprise. Lady Shenandoah's on the outside of Run Lucy Run. Going forward Surprise Honey. Wider out there. Followed further back then by Lincolnshire, Bank Book, Poster Girl, Cherokee, PB Noir, Canara, and T's last of all inside the 400. Very quickly Clean Energy looms up on the outside. It was the Tanner, and the favourites taken over and broken clear, but running home is Lady Shenandoah, and they're clear from down the outside. Lincolnshire, Clean Energy's in front. Lady Shenandoah trying hard on the outside, but Clean Energy's in front from Lady Shenandoah, and Clean Energy's won from Lady Shenandoah. 4 lengths away third, Canara, followed by T, who's good late. Then Lincolnshire, PB Noir, Cherokee, followed by Not Surprised, Poster Girl, Run Lucy Run, Zatanna, Bank Book, and Surprise Honey at the rear.
She does it again and remains unbeaten. Clean Energy, the filly by Zoostar at a solar charge, the $2.6 million yearling, the sister to Sunlight, has held off Lady Shenandoah. She couldn't beat her at their first start. And likewise at start number 2, Clean Energy, too good for Lady Shenandoah. Number 4, Gay Waterhouse and Adrian Bott, Adam Hieronymus in the saddle. Lady Shenandoah, Waller and McDonald, waiting for all numbers to go up. They've run 1:10.52. Home in 35.53. 35.53. Numbers are up 4-9. 3 Canara has run third, so Waller with second and third, and 10 T has run fourth.
I think we see two good fillies here. That Warwick Farm race has really stood up there. You couldn't find a margin to third there. They are very smart. I think we thought Lady Shenandoah would get closer to her, and that she did, but this is a very sharp filly sitting outside the lead. First one under pressure, kept giving. They put the wraps on her, and I think she's delivered in spades there, winning a stakes race so early in her career. So a beautiful job from a beautiful filly, and the second one's got more to offer, mind you.
I wonder what Adrian Bott will do now. She was $15 into the sires, so that's a backup next week if they wanted to do that. Should be shorter than that now. Here's Adrian Bott with Bernie.
Family big boys, they're all rowers.
All right, let's have a chat to Adrian Bott now, and that's what 2.6 million gets you, and that was pretty fancy.
Yeah, look, lovely to see the nice progression from her. Important for her to come away at this point of her career. Obviously still very lightly raced, still a little bit new, but I think this trip away is sort of really going to help with that seasoning for her going forward. We've got bigger things in store for her. By no means have you seen the best of her yet. She's very progressive filly, so I think today's been a real positive, and we'll see that improvement in the spring.
Just admiring her in the yard. She's got that real level about her, sort of pole with a hindquarter, which you rarely see.
Yeah, she's got phenomenal balance. She's everything's in proportion, everything as it should be. She's you could look at her all day parade there. She was fantastic, and great to see about her run up to those looks, and she's got the pedigree to match.
So do you press on this winter? Like, what will be the plan?
Look, Vin's here today, Vin Cox. We'll have a chat with Yulong and Coolmore in regards to what we do with her. Initial thoughts is we're going to look towards the spring. Obviously, we sort of want to look after her. She does have we did hold over a nomination for the sires there next week. Whether that's something we want to look at, it's there in the back of our minds. But obviously there's a lot more things to consider than that.
Now we're right though, Fields and Moors up in the air, back down, should be right now, sets racing. Spywire away okay. Gin and Tonic the inside away better. Astapora's handy. Going forward is also Arabian Summer with likewise Embassy trapped out. Drifting back as Divine Force. Silver and Suave. The Hemos out wider. And these are at the moment a long way back on the inside. Back about third last, but they're really log jammed in the middle there as they swing down the side. Lead Beyond's gone back to second last on the outside of King of Rousseau. So Gin and Tonic in front here, second. Over on the outside of Spywire. Wider out as Embassy at the 500 metres marker. Astapor 3 wide, 4 wide's Arabian Summer. Fields of Moors on the outside of Anisa. She's saving ground. She's making some headway back through the inside there. King of Rousseau back behind those inside the 300. Anisa wide out as Embassy. Arabian Summer runs home strongly. Spywire back in behind those and driving through the inside King of Rousseau, but out wide Arabian Summer, King of Rousseau, the outside Arabian Summer, King of Rousseau, Arabian Summer just in front. Arabian Summer has won it from King of Rousseau. Third to Embassy, followed by Spywire, Astapor, Divine Force, Anisa, Lead Me On, Silver and Suave, Gin and Tonic, Fields some more, and the Hemo.
Tony and Calvin McAvoy continue their great season. They came to Sydney and won 2-year-old races there during the autumn, and they've brought this girl back into work, Arabian Summer, while spelling up here in Queensland, and they've picked up the best part. Well, what is first prize? About 650,000 of the million. Arabian Summer is going to beat King of Rousseau. Waiting on the numbers to come up. They've run 61.62. It's 10.65 and 1. 10.65 and 1. Embassy third.
Trainer Kelvin McAvoy. And Kelvin, big money on offer here today. Phenomenal effort from yourself, your dad, the whole team there to get this girl back and to be winning first up.
Yeah, Bernie, thank you so much. And look, it's a fantastic result for the ownership group and us. And I've got a big thank you to Toby Edmonds and his team. She's been housed with him and he's been looking after her so well, keeping us updated. So massive credit goes towards Toby and his team as well.
A fantastic trial as well recently, just staying right out sort of towards the outside of the track there.
Yeah, for sure. Look, the track was a little bit tired that day and Dad was up and he went and walked it, so that was the game plan. She's been tested on this sort of ground before. Ballarat was rough and no, it was a fantastic result for some great connections.
The dancing Frankster.
Francis is here and he's dressed up to the nines, so as soon as I saw that suit I thought we must have been on.
What did you think when this race was put on?
Look, it was great. She spelled up here with Julian Blackson and Casey Fogden. They did the pre-training with her, and she was actually about to be booked to come back to Victoria. And Ryan Moore, our racing manager, alerted us to the race, and we would have been mad to bring her back. So she's been trained up here the whole preparation. She's going to get a rude shock when she gets back to the Ballarat winter, I can assure you.
She certainly will. And when will that be?
No, look, there's not a lot left up here, so we'll probably get her home, space her runs, and she's a filly for the spring.
Well done.
Thank you.
Let's have a chat with our winning jockey, Harry Coffney, and I heard those words when you got back. How good is that?
Yeah, it's very good. She was really tough today. She's a real professional, and credit to everyone involved with her. I had the faith in leaving her up here knowing that this race would really suit, and I just turned up on a plane this morning and got the goods. So it's pretty awesome to be associated with her, and I'm really thankful to the connections and also Tony and Kelvin for having faith in me and getting me up here and being able to partner her.
Who wouldn't have faith in you, Harry? Gosh, a great effort to produce her first up here today. And what is a testing track?
Awesome effort. Before I came out and got on her, I just said to the owners, I don't think we'll panic about this track. She raced really well on a similar surface at Ballarat, and plenty of cold winters in Ballarat's probably got her used to this tide track that is today. But she didn't have the easiest of runs. We were a little bit wide. I was exposed throughout. But I got a nice little cart around the bend following Blake, and that directed us to a nice part of the track, and she really let down well. The last 50 metres was a bit scary, but that's always the case.
Well done.
Thank you.
I'll fly here. All in, light blinking, racing, Situation Room, the big goodbye, Mashani Sniper, Hardware Lane, King Kappa going forward. They're also Penthouse and Duel and Trapped Out Golden Boom going forward. Drifting back, Spacewalk, followed by At Wits End. Further back to go, Wanji on the inside, a Smart Image, and last of all is Wallinga Beast. Hardware Lane's in front, going forward quickly, Golden Boom, third, Situation Room. Mashani Sniper fourth on the inside of King Kappa. Wider out, Penthouse, followed by the big goodbye, Duel, At Wits End, Spacewalk wider out. Go Wanji's on the inside of Smart Image, and tacking on last of all is Wallinga Beast. The inside, Hardware Lane and Golden Boom at the 400, led by 3 lengths now. Third, the inside, rolling through, Mashani Sniper. Situation Room, the big goodbye, King Kappa's out wider. Further back to go, Wanji. Golden Boom on the outside, grabbing the lead. Coming through as Mashani Sniper. Running home well as the big goodbye. Hardware Lane still there. Situation Room on the outside, but Golden Boom's in front. The big goodbye's lifting, flashing home late is At Wits End, but Golden Boom, he's back. He's won from the big goodbye and At Wits End. Then Situation Room, Wallinga Beast and Hardware Lane. Mashani Sniper, Penthouse, Go Wanji, Smart Image, King Kappa, Duel and Spacewalk at the rear.
Big run by Golden Boom. He went out after Hardware Lane in the early stages and just kept going. Double to Craig Williams, 14 Golden Boom. Tony Gollan, premiership winning trainer, gets a win on the board. Number 14 Golden Boom has held out the other Queenslander, the big goodbye, Heathcote and Lloyd, waiting for the numbers to go up. 64.99, 64.99 the time, and Golden Boom wins the Chief De Beers.
Well, he is back. First up, outside draw, pressure, and kept running. So he's always been a horse with a big boom on him, and who knows, he may well be back on track, because that's a really decisive win there. The goodbye, he's so genuine, and At Wits End continues to race in very, very good form.
See, even as a 8-year-old, and he'd be 9 by the time the Kosciuszko comes around, Ronnie, but Danny Bowen would have to think about it and dream.
Why not? He's won 3 of his past 5 with a couple of good placings there as well.
14, 2, 7 and 9, so At Wits End runs third. Here's Tony Gollan.
All right, Tony, an extraordinary effort. I mean, watching this horse from the half mile onwards, circling the field and really, ripping out with Hardware Lane. I thought they've got to compound, but he just kept going.
Yeah, he did. I mean, I guess the lightweight certainly aided him, the 53 on his back. We only had one plan, and that was it, just to get out and get on our bike and get moving. And I wasn't really sure, first up off the break, this sort of ground was going to be testing on him, and he was going to have to do a lot of work. But he's always been a quality horse. From the first day we've stepped him out, he hasn't been without a few issues in his career, but it's just great to see him, back during the carnival, winning a stakes race, because he's certainly one of the more talented horses I train.
Craig Williams is almost feeling like a local at the moment, isn't he?
Yeah, it's great having Willow up here. All these southern jockeys, they add so much to the carnival, and when we can get them on amongst the best of our Brisbane riders, it certainly adds to everything. But Craig's been great. He rode a maiden at Forest Ipswich on Wednesday, and happy to be here on a horse like this for us on Saturday, and I hope he's not done with yet. He's riding Freedom Rally in the last.
Indeed. And what will be the plan going forward into the winter with this guy?
Yeah, it's a good question, Bernie. Today, you'd swear he'd get 1,200 again, but I'm just not sure. I want to have a bit of a think about it. There's options like the Lightning. There's other races like the Hinkler at 1,200. So there are good options for him at this level here now. But the most important thing is a big group of owners here. They're all going to enjoy the win. I'm sure they'll have a headache tomorrow morning, and we'll pick a race next week for him.
You might too, Tony. Well done.
Thank you. I say so.
A chat with our winning jockey, Craig Williams. One for the locals, one for Tony Gollan. Thank you.
Yeah, locals. But as I said to the young lad strapping the horse, sorry, at Ipswich for Tony, he said, one trial, one run. I said, you're leading trainers. That's what we expect from you guys. So, look, they prepared the horse as well as they could for today. They gave me a run down to understand his mannerisms and see how tough and solid that he is. And basically, I had a lovely seat on him.
Take us through the early stages of this race. Obviously a poor draw to start with.
Wide. But he's got that much speed. And the instructions were very simple. Just ride the horse, and that's what we did today.
Great.
Waiting for Osmos. Firestorm's on the toe. Attendance in with Osmos. Light still blinking. We're right now racing And Zoe's Promise and also Poetic Drama both began well. Handy Firestorm, Maracana 3 wide is right up there as well. Easing back as Princess Rani's as Sonora goes forward ahead of Rebel Rama Osmos. Further back to Thalassophile on the outside of Chica Mojito. And Foxy Frida's gone back to the rear. So Zoe's Promise in front, working forward Sonora. Third, the inside Maracana. They sneak away by 2 lengths from Poetic Drama on the outside of Firestorm. A length and a half, Princess Rani's Osmos, Rebel Rama, Foxy Frida, a long way back Chica Mojito on the inside of Thalassophile. So Zoe's Promise led by a length and a half, and second Sonora. 2 lengths away third Maracana, 2.5 to Poetic Drama. Firestorm's on the inside, 3 wide Rebel Rama, a long way back Foxy Frida, likewise Osmos on the outside of Princess Rani's. A length and a half to second last is Thalassophile on the outside of Chica Mojito. So Zoe's Promise down the side. She's raced away here, led by 3. Second Sonora, third the outside Maracana, a length and a half Firestorm, Poetic Drama, Rebel Rama's out wider, and then Osmos on the outside of Princess Rani's, and further back to Chica Mojito up to 350, and the lead here is Zoe's Promise by about a length and a quarter. Second the outside running home is Maracana. Princess Rani's is coming through under some pressure as Sonora, making ground there as Osmos, but taking over as Maracana. Osmos is running home well. Maracana from Osmos. Maracana, Osmos on the outside. Maracana just in front. Osmos lunges, misses. Maracana has just won from Osmos. Not sure third. Firestorm, Princess Rani's, and also Thalassophile up there. And then we had back behind those Foxy Frida, Zoe's Promise, Poetic Drama, followed further back by Rebel Rama, and then Chica Mojito and Sonora has pulled up at the rear.
Maracana is going to defeat Osmos and Firestorm, and then Princess Raina's in a Group 3. Maracana, 2 weeks ago, won a Cranbourne Benchmark 70 for fillies and mares, and arrives here in Brisbane and picks up a valuable Group 3 victory. Number 12, Maracana, Michael D and Danny O'Brien holds out Osmos, who just kept grinding away. Maybe another hop and a half it gets there. Maracana holds on. Osmos second, Firestorm third.
Yeah, you asked yourself, what's Danny O'Brien doing here and not have been for at $37 or something. There's why he's here, just peaking on the right day for a stakes race, and gets the money. Osmos just took a while to get around her, and it was just warming up late. Probably just that back a little in distance was the downfalling of her. Firestorm back on track, but upset result, but a good stable who should always be respected.
Okay, the numbers are 12, 4, 14 and 7. 12, 4, 14 and 7, 136.67. And Danny O'Brien is here on track today. He is with Bernadette Cooper.
Oh, it's great to have him back in town, and you've come out of a benchmark 70 at Cranbourne. What sort of a chance did you give this girl today? Great to have a Group 3 on the page now.
Yeah, look, she's a filly that had stakes performances as a 3-year-old and just lost her way a little bit, but she won last start, and when the rain came and took the edge off this track, she's got very good form once the track gets a little bit affected, and she's produced her best foot forward today.
And what's going to be her best trip going forward, do you think?
Look, she's a mile to 2,000. She's got good performances. She's actually in the mare sale on Tuesday or Wednesday. That's one of the reasons she's up here. So, but she looks like she's still got plenty of good racing in her. So whoever decides to put their hand up next week's probably got a horse that's ready to go on with. And she's multiple stakes place and now a Group 3 winner as well.
Surely you'd be hoping to get her back?
Be nice. No, be happy to keep her, but really pleased that she's won for all her connections today.
Is she the sort of filly you could freshen up for something like the Tats Tiara, do you think?
I think more like the Magic Millions mile race that's at Eagle Farm in a couple of weeks' time. Yeah, that'd be an ideal race for her. And then there's also that 2,100 metre listed mares race on Tats Cup Day. So they're both really good targets for her.
Well done.
Thanks, Benny.
All right, let's have a chat with our winning jockey, Michael D. And that was a beautiful win in Group 3 level. In the sales next week, probably doubled her price.
Yeah, no, it was a super effort. She seemed well and truly on her target today, and she's sort of finding her form again from a bit of a rough patch, but to her credit, she stuck it out, got challenged at about the 100, and she fought again, so yeah, credit to her.
Is that your first ride on her?
Yeah, it is, yes. So first ride, and lucky enough to have a good draw, and we're able to hold a position that was probably beneficial, and it worked out well.
Yeah, that tempo, Zoe's put on a nice tempo for you.
Yeah, it was a nice, genuine tempo, and we were able to just get the camp on the 2 litres, and probably my bad, I went a little bit too soon and pressed the button, but
it's Doomben.
To her credit, yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. But to her credit, she fought hard.
Well done.
Cheers.
Over the 2,000. This is the ANZ Bloodstock, the Roses.
All in. Racing in the Roses. Our Gold Hope and also Kind Words both began well. Molly Bloom drifting back, Red Defcon's going forward, Scarlet Ochre's handing to the speed. Wide Routers Perfect over on the outside of Peer Pressure, trapped out Amazonian Lasses going forward. Private Legacy the next one, followed there by Oceans of Energy on the outside of Tuta La Vita. And then we've got Molly Bloom, is that a little bit wide there with Mayor of Mount Buller on the outside of Good Banter. A long way back, Molly Knickers on the inside of Miss Jolene. A length and a half to Dolphin Skin. So Amazonian Lass in front, led by 4 lengths here from Red Defcon. Perfect on the outside. A length and a half to Peer Pressure, followed by Scarlet Oak on the rails. And next the outside, Private Legacy. A length and a half to Our Gold Hope on the inside of Kind Words, and further back to Oceans of Energy. 3 wide going forward ahead of Tuta La Vita. Next the inside is Good Banter. Molly Bloom's out 3 wide there, followed further back in the run by Molly Knickers on the inside of Mayor of Mount Buller. 2.5 to Miss Jolene, second last, and Dolphin Skins a length and a half away. So Amazonian Lass in front by 2 lengths here. Second the outside Perfect, and third Red Defcon. Peer Pressure fourth, and fifth the inside of Scarlet Oak. Next the outside is Private Legacy, followed there by Our Gold Hope. Oceans of Energy has been wide. A length away to Kind Words on the outside of Good Banter. Wide routers Molly Bloom. She's covered some ground, but she's going forward out wide on the track there. Tuta La Vita, followed further back by Kind Words, and Miss Jolene going forward out wider. Mayor of Mount Buller's on the outside of Molly Knickers, and last of all is Dolphin Skin at the 350. Amazonian Lass is in front. Second the outside is Perfect. Up into third is Scarlet Oak, and she's coming through the field strongly and diving towards the inside there. Running home well as Mayor of Mount Buller, making ground as well. Scarlet Oak's in front. Look at Miss Jolene down the outside. Next the inside, Mayor of Mount Buller. But in front, Scarlet Oak near the line, and Scarlet Oak has won from Mayor of Mount Buller, Miss Jolene, followed by Our Gold Hope. And then we had Molly Bloom, trailed over then by Good Banter, and then we had next across the line Tuta La Vita, and then Kind Words, and back in behind those was Molly Knickers and Perfect, followed by Red Defcon, Amazonian Lass, Peer Pressure, Oceans of Energy, and then Dolphin Skin and Private Legacies at the rear.
Well, what a remarkable filly this is. She only debuted on the 13th of March. The 13th of March at Matamata. She came across to Australia. She ran second in the James Carr on a bottomless track at Group 3 level. She then won at Newcastle stylishly, and she's done it again today. At a 4th start, she wins the Roses and becomes awfully hard to beat in the Oaks. Mayor of Mount Buller, a Quinella for Chris Waller, and didn't the fans of Miss Jolene, Kelly Sweeter and Jimmy Orman, get a cheer out, looking perhaps the winner at one stage, but just couldn't get the other pair, the Waller pair, who run 1-2 in the Oaks. 13, 17, 7 and 14.
What a story. What a story to get this far in such a short time, and they've had the confidence to drag her through this far, and she's paying big, big dividends, and she might be there in a fortnight. Beautiful ride from a good draw from McDonald, as you'd expect. Mayor of Mount Buller, she'd be hoping the Oaks was 2,400. She can stay, that filly. She's a Quinella for the stable. Miss Jolene overachieved, and Our Gold Hope was good there from an inside draw, saving ground there as well. But amazing story, amazing astute purchase, and a good training performance.
And Chris has got a wonderful record in the Oaks. The standout, of course, is the immortal Winks, but he's won it a number of times, and he's got some great chances here with the first 2 across the line in the Oaks. They've run 2:3.97. Here's Chris Waller with Bernadette Cooper.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. He certainly is the master with these 3-year-old fillies. How do you do it?
Giving good horses to train is a big start, and we've got a good team that helps me out week in, week out. Simple as that. So yeah, it's a great platform for a lot of our horses, and that's the beauty of Australian racing. 52 weeks of the year, you can take advantage of it. You've got a late developer and a rising star.
Yeah, by Kermadec, you'd be loving that.
Yeah, that's right. Very close to home.
So tell us about when she was sort of kicking off her career. Were you always eyeing her off for this?
I was eyeing her off on a TV, watching her win in New Zealand. So, yeah, Aussie Care purchased her out of New Zealand from Ken Kelso, and who's a trainer I respect, and spoke to him, and yeah, he said she's the real deal, but still needs a bit of furnishing. So, the best is yet to come.
She's very cool.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's taking it all within her stride. So that's the only reason she's still up here, because she does need time, but she's eating everything and she's enjoying it. So no signs of stress. So we'll push on for 2 weeks' time.
Great stuff. Well done.
Thank you.
All right, let's have a chat now with Jay Mackey. He's just giving the owners a little bit of a rundown here on this filly, but she just looks push button from barrier 5. You just got into that beautiful trail there of the leaders, put her to sleep. It didn't look that hard, J Mac.
It was a little bit hairy at the top of the straight. I was a little bit cramped for room, but she's got an extremely good acceleration to her, and I actually genuinely believe that if she got a dry track, she's just going to excel even further.
Yeah, so she's going to be nice and short for the Oaks. Temperament-wise, just perfect for a staying filly.
Yeah, for sure. I think she'll come back fast the next prep. I don't think she feels like a miler to me, but she's extremely talented, and her talent's going to have to really shine through in 2 weeks.
Well done.
Thanks.
Right, blinking away. Still holds. Still holding them here. Kovalika favourite. Racing. Kovalika was away fairly. New Endeavour hopped away well. Handy the outside. Bois d'Argent rolling forward, and handy also Young Verta the inside as Naval College comes over from out wide. New Marion detonated Jack. El Bodegon's out 4 wide. Serpentine's even deeper. Kovalika's back to about 7th or 8th on the outside. Of further back is Vow and Declare. Next outside has his Shocker. A length and a half to Faulkner Park on the outside of Wetor, who's gone back to second last, and last of all is Amakura. So Naval College on the outside of Bois d'Argent, the first couple. Young Verta got decked there. Working up into third, the outside is Detonated Jack, and New Endeavour handy on the rails. Followed further back by New Marion. 3 wide there is El Bodegon. A length and a half to Kovalika. Serpentine 3 deep. Wettles on the fence. A long way back. Vow and Declare away from the rails on the outside of Faulkner Park. A length and a half to second last there is His Shocker. Over on the outside of Amakura. So Bois d'Argent here by length and a quarter. Second Naval College, and third New Endeavour. Fourth the outside Detonated Jack. A length and a half to Young Verta on the inside of New Marion. Going forward Serpentine 3 wide. Ahead there of El Bodegon 3 deep as well. Kovalika's over on the outside of Wetor. A length and a half to Faulkner Park on the inside. Of further back is Vow and Declare. Amakura second last, and His Shocker is now last of all. So Bois d'Argent by neck is second Naval College. Working up into third Serpentine 3 wide. New Endeavour fourth on the inside of Detonated Jack. A length and a half to New Marion. Kovalika's going forward out 4 and 5 wide. Wetor rides the rails on the inside, and also making ground Faulkner Park inside the 350. Bois d'Argent's in front. Second New Endeavour. Third the inside there is Wetor. Detonated Jack runs home down the outside, and further out there is Kovalika. Bois d'Argent's in front. The outside is New Endeavour. Up into third is Wetor. Bois d'Argent and New Endeavour. Bois d'Argent, New Endeavour. Bois d'Argent in front. Or maybe Bois d'Argent and nose, but gee, New Endeavour put a dive in on the outside. It's a photo on the cup. Faulkner Park third, followed by Wetor Naval College. Then we had next across the line was His Shocker, Kovalika, followed then by Detonated Jack, Amakura, Serpentine, Young Verta. New Marion, followed then by Vow and Declare, Naval College, and El Bodegon. Yes, the inside, Bois d'Argent's won.
The grey Bois d'Argent wins for Blake Shin and Annabelle Neesham. Annabelle wins a second Doomben Cup, and Blake Shin now becomes a record holder equally. He's won his third Doomben Cup. He joins Maurice McCartan, George Moore, Jim Cassidy and Karen McAvoy, having won 3 Doomben Cups. Annabelle Neesham, her second. Her first was with Zaki, who ran away with the Doomben Cup. Today her grey holds on by a nose to beat the very brave and well-ridden New Endeavour. And number 12 is going to be third. That is Faulkner Park for Annabelle also. Look at Faulkner Park getting home. Wetor, it wasn't his day today. He runs fourth at his third attempt in a Doomben Cup.
Wow, what a win. He just took control of the race. He withstood pressure and he just kept finding. This is a horse that did run fourth in a Caulfield Cup in the spring, and Annabelle's picked him up. Great racing style, and just Shin has just lifted him over the line. That's his second narrow defeat in 2 weeks. New Endeavour, very frustrating for his connections. And Faulkner Park, a horse on the improve, has run on strongly. The favourite's disappointing. All honours to the winner, did at both ends.
She is just the queen of Australian racing, and when it comes to these stayers, big hugs, high fives, it's all going on. Congratulations, your second Doomben Cup. Where did you line this guy up here today?
Well, he was the one I was saying was way over the odds, because you just pick back through his form, and you know he's no worse than the rest of the better horses in this field. He ran fourth in a Caulfield Cup. He was a bit unlucky. The Tancred just didn't really work out for him that day, but he ran really well. And just so happy for Grant Morgan and his team, because he's been a good supporter and a great bunch of owners in him. So beautiful ride by Blake. He rated him beautifully, and New Endeavour was certainly kept us honest to the line. I thought it was a flashback of last week, but it was a small margin, but it was a margin nonetheless. So just so happy for the team. They've done a great job to get 4 horses here, and they all look to run really well, so delighted.
This guy looks the sweetest of horses to have around.
Yeah, he is. He might be a clerk of the course horse one day, looking at the colour of him, but yeah, he's a beautiful horse, and just a great job by the team.
Do you love the run of Faulkner Park there also getting into third?
Yeah, I actually thought rounding the corner he was travelling better than anything, but he certainly stepped up to the mark, and he'll probably go to the Q22 now, and you'd think he'd be a big player in that after today's run.
Will they all go that way?
Probably, yeah. I thought Numerian was a little bit disappointing. He looked, see what Jamie says, but I'd say at this stage they will push on to there. I thought even Naval College was great. Big step up in class for him today as well.
Well done.
Thank you.
All right. Well, you don't see too many better front-running displays than that. Well done, Blake, on another Doomben Cup.
Yes. Bit emotional on this one, because obviously my last one was, I think, Streamer, or 10 years with Guy Walter. So after I realised, winning it, and straight in my mind was Guy. So, it's pretty touching to be able to do it, and the horse was amazing. Full credit to Annabelle. She's a lovely woman, and to win a race for her of this magnitude is pretty special.
Did that race pan out the way you thought it would? Is that where you saw yourself?
No, it didn't. I expected Serpentine to be urgent from out wide, but he jumped so well, and when I was able to get control, I just thought, we're here, let's rate him. I was able to, down the back, just come back enough so that I could pick it up from the 700 and try and make his last part the strongest. And when I was able to get to work on him just prior to the turn, I knew he'd be strong, and look, the horse was amazing. Greys on a wet track, they're hard to beat, aren't they?
Back a grey on the rainy day. You got to admire his desire. I mean, New Endeavour just forcing the point, literally the entire last furlong.
Look, it was a great race, and Annabelle was very confident that he would run very well. And look, anyone could have won this race today. Just fortunately, the horse had the right run, and he was too good. So I'm just absolutely thrilled.
Great ride. Well done.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Love it.
All in now. Good line. Racing. Freedom Rally's daughter that. He's come out last there. Out wide we had Zarastro, Prince of Boom, the first couple. Punching up into third is the Inside Surf Dancer. Here to shock fourth and fifth. The outside going forward, Yellow Brick. Straight Acer, Volana. Irish Songs and Legacies trapped out. Freedom Rally's a little bit worse in midfield as Fearson goes forward. Further back to Rustic Steel. A long way back there is Jetty. Likewise, you called him. A length and a half to the Inevitable. So Zarastro's in front, working forward. Fearson third, Prince of Boom. Yellow Brick fourth and Surf Dancer fifth on the rail. Here to shock the next one. Legacies is out wider. Volana, Irish Songs and Straight Aces on the rail as they swing down the side. They've got about 600 metres left to run. Rustic Steel is going forward. Freedom Rally's a mile back at the moment. Jetty is creeping forward out wider on the track, followed further back by the outside is the Inevitable. Second last and last of all, as you called it, Zarastro's in front up the 350 by a length and a half. Second, Prince of Boom. Third, the Inside Surf Dancer. Here to shock. Making ground is Yellow Brick down the outside, and now also coming through the field is the race favourite Freedom Rally, but Zarastro's in front. The outside, Prince of Boom. Here to shock is coming home late with Freedom Rally. The inside, Here to shock and Freedom Rally are the two. Oh, it's a photo. Here to shock, Freedom Rally, Here to shock. Wait for the judge. Not sure third. Prince of Boom or Volana. Yellow Brick not far away. Followed by Straight Acer, the Inevitable, Zarastro, Irish Songs. And then Legacies followed by Rustic Steel, Surf Dancer. You called it, Jetty. And the last one there was Fearson.
Okay, we can't see Freedom Rally's nose on that vision. It's blocked by Here to Shock, so we just don't know whether Freedom Rally has come back to join Here to Shock. You'd have to say it's advantage Here to Shock, but you just can't line the two noses up. So we'll wait and see what number goes into the frame. Prince of Boom has run third, and then you've got the others. Let's have a look on this low shot. See if we can line up these noses with Here to Shock and Freedom Rally. Yeah, it's too hard to tell. We'll wait for the number to go up. There they are, Ronnie. Here to Shock, and closer towards the rail is Freedom Rally.
Yeah, Victoria's had a good carnival so far, and they might get the bob in here, but I wouldn't be going off too quick because he does get a big bob in without seeing his nose. But looking at that, it is the 8. It is the 8. Here to Shock. Holding off Freedom Rally, who was great. Prince of Boom was great again. He was so honest. And, yep, there's the number in the frame. Here to Shock, Michael D. That's a winning double.
Yep, Here to Shock for the Hayes boys. Gets into the Stradbroke. Number 8, Here to Shock. Now, what price was he? He was a 50 to 1 chance. Maxi in the Stradbroke. He'll shorten up because he's guaranteed a run.
Yeah, Zarastro, he dropped them off at the top of the straight. I thought, don't tell me he's going to turn his form around. These two did get pretty close together, Freedom Rally and Here to Shock. Here to Shock might shift in very late there. There wasn't any contact at all, but by gee, one more stride and it might have gone the other way.
Okay, Bernie, I saw one of the twins here earlier, but I can't tell them apart. JD or Will?
This one's JD that I've found here today, Greg.
They might be both here.
I'm like, I haven't met this one before. He's lovely. Welcome to Queensland.
No, thank you for having me.
Well, that was tight.
Yeah. Photo finishes haven't been really going our way the last 6 months, so glad to get the head down. It was a brave effort by the horse, terrific ride, and yeah, just super. And I can't thank Rob Heathcote and his team. They've let us stay, and they've made us feel at home, and the horse as well. So outstanding.
Now he's in the Stradbroke.
Yes, absolutely. So I might have to come back up. I think the other boys can stay down. The warmer's a bit wet.
Stay here.
The weather's a bit warmer up here, but no, just so proud, and it's great for Rob Slade and all the owners. This horse has really gone to another level, and really happy that he was able to cope with the speed today, and he was strong through the line.
Obviously, handicap conditions. It has been done once, I think, the BRC Sprint Stradbroke double, so it's not totally unheard of.
No, but yeah, look, it's hard to do, but I think he's a horse in form, and that's a force to be reckoned with, so hopefully he can upset history a bit.
Good on you, JD.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's only one birdie. River Lad back in, 10 years ago, 2014. Natalie McCall trained. She trained a winner here earlier today. And the rider in the BRC Sprint was the late Tim Bell. River Lad, the last horse to win the BRC Sprint Stradbroke double. Is Michael D with you?
Michael D is. He's giving the owners a nice rundown. Hasn't he had a day out here at Doomben today? A nice double on the board. That was close. Did you think you'd won?
I thought I might have just held on, but certainly didn't want a metre longer. So, yeah, good tough effort. But, yeah, I'm glad the winning post come up.
Yeah, absolutely. He didn't want another stride, that's for sure. So take us through from the start.
I was very happy after 2 furlongs, and then there was a bit more speed coming across from out wide, and got a bit messy there, approaching probably the 1,000 metres, 900, got a bit messy, so had to probably concede a position, or else we would have been in an average spot. So, yeah, glad it all worked out, and he gave a great kick, and it was tough to hold off any challenges.
How do you think this track's played today? I mean, obviously we've had a bit of rain on the day, didn't help.
Yeah, look, the track has played pretty well considering it's quite tired, and a little bit of rain overnight, so certainly doesn't help. I thought in the straight you could probably win from anywhere. It was just around the corner was quite chopped up, so horses that were trying to get off around the bend were naturally in the right part of the track in the straight, but I think it opened it up a little bit later in the day for something to come up sort of nearer the inside.
And it almost happened to you, but you win. Well done.
Yeah, thank you.